Instagram announces major changes to the platform, and if you're a smaller creator, someone with a smaller account, you're gonna love this. Now, we know Instagram makes changes to the algorithm all the time. Most of us spend way too much time trying to figure it out. Very rarely do they come right out and actually announce what changes they're making and why they're making them. Recently, the CEO of Instagram has been coming out and making like very transparent statements to the public about the changes to Instagram, clearly stating that Instagram is going to be prioritizing people with smaller accounts. Check this out.
We want to do our best by creators, particularly small creators, and we see recommendations as one of the best ways to help them reach a new audience and grow their following.
But if you've got a smaller account and you're like, I haven't seen any changes, I'm not getting any love, my engagement is down, and my views are down, what the heck is going on? I'm gonna explain why. For those of you that don't know, I've been teaching Instagram for business owners and entrepreneurs since 2011. I've helped tens of thousands of people figure out how to monetize their social media. I personally have sold over $6 million just using Instagram stories without paid advertising and without ever having to feel salesy. It's something that I love, it's something that I do a lot of, primarily inside my private academies, but this change is so huge, I had to make this video. The reason why most people are seeing a major decrease in their engagement, their views, etc., is because Instagram is so freaking competitive now. There's so many more people using it. All videos on Instagram now are Reels. Before that, there was IGTV, carousel videos, post videos, Reels, live videos. They've now all converted to Reels. And it happened all at once, which meant that the competition for views was dramatically increased, like insane. And then I want you to think about your own experience on Instagram. We've all become far more particular about the type of content that we're interacting with. Do you feel like you're following too many people? Do you feel like you see so much of the same stuff? Do you follow hundreds, maybe even thousands of people, and you're only seeing like a small number of accounts each day? Do you tend to watch stories and not look at your feed posts? The answer to most of these questions is probably yes. We're all following too many people. We're trying to spend less time on social media. We're seeing content that's very repetitive. We're looking at posts and we're asking ourselves, do I need to waste my time looking at this, or is there value in it? We were all wrapped up in creating these perfectly curated photos and videos, like to make ourselves look good, but now nobody cares. That worked in 2021. You got a new outfit. You went to the gym. Like, no one cares. We don't have time. If we don't see value in the post for ourselves, either because it's super entertaining, educational, or very funny, we just don't interact with it. And if we don't interact with it, and if we don't interact, there's a very low likelihood that we're actually gonna follow. So if you're struggling to grow your account, you might not wanna hear this, but here's the tough love you need to hear. Identify who it is specifically you are trying to attract and why. You're trying to grow your following, not just with anyone. You need to think about a very specific person. Like, have one person in mind, because there's a million people just like that person, but like have like one specific person in mind who you are trying to attract with your content. Like, picture them. And step two is to really ask yourself, like, get into that person's head and ask yourself, like, what do they like? What would they actually see a post and go like, whoa, this is good, and share it to their own stories? Put yourself in their shoes. Like, what would they actually interact with? What would grab their attention? What would they think is stupid? What would they think is a waste of time? What would they find valuable? What would they find funny? Like, literally write all those things down. And here's a little hint. If it's someone who's a lot like you, write down all the things that you find dumb, all the things that you find funny, all the things that you find valuable. You know, when I look at the things I share with my friends group or I share to my stories, it's this kind of content. And what type of content, when I see it, do I just like swipe right past it? Make a list. Don't just think about it, like literally make a list, because what most people do is they just look at what everyone else is posting and they copy that because they think it's working. I want you to actually list out, write on a piece of paper, the type of content that you're going to start posting, that you know this type of individual is going to share, is going to engage with, is going to like, is going to share it to their stories, is going to send it to their friends group. And if it doesn't come to you, then find content that you're like, this is the type of content, and then copy that link and paste it into a phone note. So this is my phone note, and as you can see, I have a huge list. I'm not gonna copy this content, but it's good inspo for me when I am sitting down to create content. It makes it so much easier for me to create original content. This means you're changing your posting strategy. You're no longer gonna post the stuff that's just like, you know, self-promotion, or like, I look really cute in this photo, or this is kind of interesting. No, we don't have time for kind of interesting anymore. We just don't. Go through your past content. Don't delete it. But I want you to archive any older posts that you're like, Yeah, I looked cute in this photo. This was kind of interesting, but it just isn't what your ideal avatar now would find valuable. Interesting isn't enough. If your ideal avatar would look at this older post and not go like, wow, this is really share worthy, like I would want to share this to my friends group, or I would want to share this to my story. If the answer is no, archive it. Your next step is to improve your profile pic. Like, you literally have moments to capture someone's attention. Our profile picture is one of the easiest ways to do that. I want to show you an example. So in this profile picture, she's probably used a photo where she thought she looked really good. She was at the gym. But again, on somebody's phone, it's so small, you can't even you can't see the person's face. We connect with people's faces, specifically their eyes. We look at someone's face and we decide if they're trustworthy or likable. But if you can, try to use just your mug. And here's a couple of different apps that I love for removing the background and putting a bright color behind it. This is my son Brock's photo. He looks like such a goof, but I'm telling you, this profile photo, everybody knows it. It captures attention very quickly. And even though it's his mom, I'm like, honey, can't you just use a nice smiling photo? Like, what? It works because it grabs people's attention. They can tell that he doesn't take himself too seriously. And you need to do the same. So pick a great photo of yourself, crop it really close to the outline of your skull, remove the background, and there's your new profile pic. Look at the difference between the before and the after. Okay, this is huge. I've completely, radically changed what it was I was teaching people to do in their bios just 3 months ago. But before I get to that, I just want to mention that in the description for this video, I'm doing a training that there's certain things that you're still struggling with, or you want to see exactly how to do these things. I want to remove the mystery of Instagram. I want to show you how to monetize Instagram and really get a return on the investment of time that you're spending there. So in the description for this video, you'll see there's a link there to sign up for my next live training, and I would love to have you be a part of that. Most Instagram experts were teaching you, and some still are, that your bio should tell people a little bit or a lot about you, like a braggadocious LinkedIn. But all of that has changed. And not because of the algorithm, because again, we just want to know if you're worth the follow. Do you want to follow people who post kind of interesting content about themselves? Do you have time for that? When someone glances at your bio, it should immediately tell them what type of content you post. Tell people what they can expect. They will figure out who you are and what you do after you've earned their trust and interest. Think about the way that I started the video. I told you that Instagram is now favoring smaller accounts, and I would show you how to fix that. I didn't lead by telling you about myself or my credentials. I did eventually, but before I did that, I had to tell you what's in it for you. And that's what we need to do with our Instagram bios. So tell people what type of content you post, and then follow through on that promise. If you're like, Chalene, I've done all these things, I'm doing all these things, and I'm still not growing, this tip might make the difference. Think about the last time a post caught your attention. You went and looked at their bio, you looked at, probably their last like 9 or so posts, and you just glanced at them. If you glance at their last 9 or so posts, and you have really no way of knowing like what those posts are about, do you have enough time in your day to watch each one of those 9 posts to figure out what each one of those posts is about, to figure out if in fact this person is worth the time of giving them a follow? No. When you see a video on the side of your YouTube bar and there's no words over the thumbnail, it's just a picture of someone, and you have no idea what's going on in that video, do you take the time to watch the whole video, or are you more drawn to the videos where it clearly says what the video is about, it captures your attention? Use that same principle on Instagram. Create a thumbnail before you post your reel that specifically tells people what the video's about, or that creates curiosity and interest. And remember, people are watching it on their phone. So the font needs to be pretty big. Ask yourself if they can glance at that tiny little thumbnail from their phone and know what the video content is about. Listen, if you've been doing all these things and you're still not growing followers, then we gotta talk about your content. We've gotta improve the value of your reels. But this video is already really long. So if that is something you would like for me to share my strategy, how I teach my students to improve their value, drop a comment below and let me know specifically that that's what you want to work on. This is the type of content I typically reserve for my students, and we've seen insane, tremendous growth from people with really, really small accounts when they've applied these steps. So I know that they work. This is based on the surveys that we do of our members, case studies and actually looking like day to day, like what is working and what isn't working for everybody on Instagram, and then like boiling that down and delivering it to our members. If you'd like for me to make more of this type of content here on YouTube, I need to know that. So be sure to like this video, hit the subscribe button, and then let me know in the comments. If you're an entrepreneur or you're trying to figure out how to start a side hustle, I want you to watch this video. You're gonna love it. I do appreciate you subscribing, liking, leaving a comment, sharing this YouTube, and giving me the one thing that you can never get back, which is a little bit of your time. I love you, I mean it, and I'll talk to you soon.